Okay, so I just woke up and I hear all these reports about Aziz Ansari being a rapist, whatever the fuck. And, I mean, look at the guy. Can this guy be a fucking rapist? So, let's see, let's look at the Vulture 23 hours ago. Comedian and actor Aziz Ansari has been accused by a New York based photographer of sexual misconduct during a date, speaking anonymously with Babe. Okay, number one, anonymously. How the fuck am I supposed to believe that? I'm already getting very skeptical about this whole situation happening. When you speak anonymously, you have no credibility. There isn't a person there, like you have no credibility. You're basically smearing somebody's whole career at this point, because that's a career ender right there. Accusing somebody of rape, sexual misconduct, especially if they're an actor like that, they're gonna start getting less deals. People are gonna start not hiring them because, oh my god, I heard about what he did. I mean, if you're wearing a Rick and Morty shirt like me right now, wearing this Rick and Morty shirt, your noggin's gonna start jogging real quick. You're gonna feel your IQ jumping. Your brain's gonna start working when you hear about this. When you hear about somebody speaking anonymously that they got raped, that they got diddled. Really. So instead of going to the police, the first thing you do is you go to interview. You have an anonymous interview with Babe instead of having this man face any repercussions. Babe done. What the fuck? Let's continue. The 23-year-old woman claims she met Ansari at the Emmys after party in LA. Late last fall, they exchanged numbers, which led to a date in Manhattan about a week later. The woman said the date began normally with dinner at the outdoor oyster bar, but when they went to Ansari's apartment afterward, things quickly escalated to the point of discomfort. In a second, his hand was on my breast, the woman recounted. It was 30 minutes of me getting up and moving and him following and sticking his fingers down my throat again. It was really repetitive. It felt like a fucking game. Why the fuck did you not just leave? Why didn't you just shove him and leave? This guy's like fucking 5'3". Hold on, let's look it up. Let's see how, he's 5'6". You could literally shove this man. Even if you're 5'1" and 90 pounds, you can. Why are you putting your fingers on my? I think she actually liked it. She doesn't want to admit it. Most of my discomfort was expressed in me pulling away and mumbling. I knew that my hands stopped moving at some points. I stopped moving my lips and turned cold. When the woman reiterated her reluctance to do anything sexual that evening, Ansari reported listening at first, but soon chose to persist anyway. Pretty much like any guy, which is why you have to say no and walk away. Like I don't understand what you're thinking. Even if that happened, even that's what he did, you have to protect yourself. The fuck? He sat back and pointed to his penis and motioned for me to go down on him. And I did. What? Wait, what? Excuse me? You feel uncomfortable with his fingers down your mouth, with him squeezing your breasts. So he tells you to suck his dick, and you do it. Why? Why? What the fuck? What are you actually thinking? It's not like this man is Harvey Weinstein. He's not going to keep you out of Hollywood. He's not going to keep you out of photography if you don't suck his dick. It was literally the most unexpected thing I thought would happen at that moment because I told him I was uncomfortable, she continued. After one last attempt at watching TV with Ansari, the woman says the actor allegedly kissed her again, stuck his fingers down her throat, and moved to undo her pants, which prompted her to leave. Oh, that's the boiling point. That's where that's what breaks the camel's back. That's the needle that breaks the camel's back. When he tries to undo your pants and kisses you. Oh, that kiss. Ugh. Maybe tasted a little bit like curry. Maybe. And I bet you, oh, I know, actually. When they were watching TV, he's like, hey, babe, you want to watch my last special I did? Actually, it's pretty good. I can't remember the name of it, but I had a few laughs. In a cell phone screenshot obtained by Babe, Ansari allegedly texted the woman the next day to thank her for the fun evening. Last night might have been fun for you, but it wasn't fun for me, she responded. You ignored clear nonverbal cues. You kept going with advances. Why don't you just say stop? He probably would have understood. Can you please stop? I'm so sad to hear this, he responded. Clearly, I misread things in the moment, and I am truly sorry. Okay. I can understand how this guy was probably really fucking drunk. If this did happen, I'm a little bit skeptical. If he did do the things that she said he did, and they were probably both drunk to the point where she couldn't say no and he couldn't read her nonverbal cues that she didn't enjoy what was happening. But I mean, I don't know. Why didn't she leave the minute he began to make unwanting advances? This is exactly. Thank you, really mortified. Literally, I'm really mortified. To answer your question from my perspective, because relationships are tough, dating is nuanced, men are pigs. Ooh, yikes. Women can be difficult to read. Celebrity clouds one judgment. Also, alcohol inhibits rational thinking, and that is his fault. Yes, it's his fault because she didn't say no. It's very much his fault. He couldn't read the signs. So with the repeated fingers down her throat. Was he trying to get her to gag? Was it the idea of his penis when it would feel in her mouth? Seriously, what's up with that? It's a fetish. Oh, of course. Vulture NJ. I agree, but in many ways it's not really a public issue. It's sort of something that should and can be handled on a much more personal level. Taking this information in a public journal is kind of not the right time for these specific details. What? The fuck are you talking about? They must have that fetish. Maybe she should have texted him from the bathroom. Texting seems to be her only means of expressing herself. Yeah, seems about right. She probably thought he'd ask her to see her again the next day's text. He really thought he was dealing with a Jackal-Hyde lunatic and backed away slowly. Babbling her story to Babe is now revenge for feeling used. Ah, Bartleby. Ah, humanity. What's most wrong is his actions the night of the date. What's wrong in this moment is turning the personal experiences into a public form, riding the wave of the moment. So what we're arguing, again, has much more to do with the medium of media than any social or political movement. You just basically called the guy out. You called all men pigs. And you have the audacity to even utter such bullshit like that. Did he grab her by the waist? The GOP is now deliberating whether or not he's a star, in which case it's pretty clear that she let him do it. Oh no, here we go. Creeping Jenny. Never underestimate. Hold on, let me put on.
Never underestimate any unattractive, gross, and pint-sized loser to do something like this. Every single woman has been through this at least once. Usually it's by that ugly someone who's rich and or famous. Pathetic. Maybe now Netflix can cancel its crappy shows, and it would have to take an act like this. And to the person who's shocked or doesn't see any assault in this, give me a break.
Why don't you give me a fucking break? If he's that much of a pint-sized loser, why didn't she just say no? Usually it's done by somebody who's ugly, who's rich and or famous. Oh, honey, please. You wish that happened to you. It was probably somebody very ugly, not rich or famous whatsoever, that did that to you. It's obvious projecting right there. There is a lot of projecting right there. Like it's gonna be canceled. This is the loser is the woman, right? Since when is going down on someone not a clear verbal sign that you're into sexual things happening? I understand that she felt pressured. Okay. How do you feel pressured? I don't understand. I don't get that. I don't. I mean, I've been raped, personally. I'm going to talk a little bit on a personal level. I've been raped myself. Did I like it? No. Absolutely not. Was it by the opposite sex? Yes, it was. Did I say no? Yes. They kept doing it, but, you know, dick sucking feels pretty good. But at the same time, it was wrong, but, you know what, at the end of the day, I didn't make a big deal out of it. But I mean, that's a little bit not the case in point. Case in point is she willingly did it. She could have said, nah, no, and left at any point. Or, you know, if she wasn't... Wait, in the first place, why did she go back to his apartment? If you're not... You know what a guy wants if you're going back to his apartment. You already know what's going to happen. Why would you put yourself in that situation? You could have said, no, I'll take a cab home. We're both probably pretty drunk. So, that doesn't make any sense to me. But, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm try to make this kind of short. Hopefully, actually, we're going to see what Aziz Ansari says about it. I want to see the tweet. Hold on. We'll find the tweet real quick. Oh, does he not update his Twitter? Does he not? Does he not? I don't feel like getting on Twitter. Exchanged numbers, we texted back and forth. We went out for dinner. Consensual. Next day, I got a text from her saying that although it might have seemed okay, upon further reflection, she was uncomfortable. It was true that everything did seem okay to me. So when I heard that, it was not the case for her. I was surprised and concerned. I took her words to heart and responded privately after taking the time to process what she had said. I continued to support the movement that is happening to our culture. It is necessary and long overdue. The accuser told her a story, blah, 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 and asked her none. So it was like, okay. One of those types of guys, an audience love him, whatever. Dates. She said that within minutes of returning to Ansari's apartment, after going out to eat, the comedian began kissing and fondling and undressing her, and then she said he was going to get a condom. I said something like, "Whoa, relax for a second, and let's chill." Usually that means I want more foreplay. Everything was done within 10 minutes. What a fucking slut. It sounds like she's a slut and she doesn't want to admit it. She wants to make money off of Aziz Ansari and basically smear his career. Kind of sad. All these fucking roasties, dude. All these roasties. 23 years old. You just met a guy. You know, when you're going back to his apartment, you know what's gonna happen. It's not your first day out. It's not your first rodeo. Not your first day on Earth. You've seen a fucking romantic comedy movie. I know. You're a 23-year-old woman. You've seen a goddamn romantic comedy. You know what happens when you come to a guy's house after a date of drinking, eating, and having a general good time. You know what's gonna happen, boo-boo. You know. So, that's gonna be it. If you liked the video, good for you. I don't give a fuck. Drop a comment. Tell me I'm a faggot. Share it with your friends if you want. If you have any friends. I'm doubtful. Very doubtful. And, have a great fucking day. It's fucking Monday. Can't believe it. God. I fucking hate Mondays.